you know, like traveling and making memories and stuff like that. Like, you know, like just wearing certain sneakers in exotic places. Like, you know, like last year, 2017, is in Paris, and wearing the Jordan 10 Paris in front of the Eiffel Tower and taking crazy pictures like that. Just an amazing feeling. And you know, being in a new place and having something civilized. You know, I got the Jordan, for example, Jordan 6's Brazil. I can't wait to wear them there. And you know, a special moment, me and my daughter going to the Statue of Liberty together and wearing the Lady Liberty 10s. And you know, it just creates memories and stuff. So that's, you know, those type of things, wearing those sneakers and stuff like that. Sometimes, like, you know, people are like, oh, those are not heat, or those are not whatever, but they're heat to me, because, you know what I'm saying, because I'm creating memories. I'm creating my own history and memory for the sneaker. You know, like, you get certain things like, the upcoming Jordan 3 slam dunk where he dunked from the free throw line and it got the red stripe on the bottom of the sneaker and stuff like that. That's the memory of the sneaker, and that's Jordan's memory. And if you collect it because of that, that's all great and good, because, you know, that's what you're collecting it for, based on the history of that sneaker and the history of the Jordan culture and all of that stuff. But what are you doing to create your own memory? What are you doing with your sneakers to create a memory or a history of yourself? Remember that, like, you know, we're investing so much in other people. What are we investing in ourselves? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Stackscape, aka Sneaker Master, here with your boy Crunch. T.O. Crunch is the Instagram.
T.O.Crunch.
Right below. Make sure you follow back, or follow on Instagram. Make sure you follow me, Dynamic Duo, and also Shoe Views, and keep it locked, you know. Now, we're both big Walking Dead fans, so what we're going to be doing is now creating a segment on this Shoe Views about Walking Dead. Now that the season's back in order and stuff like that, we're going to be talking about the Walking Dead. If you guys got comments below, if you're fans of the Walking Dead, please let us know so we can, you know, address your comments and whatnot. And yeah, let's get into it. The Walking Dead. I don't know. I mean, some people don't really watch it that much anymore. From what I'm saying, I got into it late. I got into it in the 4th season, but I'm staying on it right now. And I couldn't even imagine. Like, I'm in shock. I'm still in shock.
Me, I've been a zombie head, so you know what I mean. Like Walking Dead. Even this show, I didn't really want the same thing. I got into it late, probably like 3rd season. What got me into it was one of those marathons.
Yeah.
And so once I started watching the marathon, then that's.
Well, what got
Zombies,
me into it?
Marathon, like I'm in.
I thought, like, you know, like I think it was Night of the Living Dead.
Exactly.
I like those type of movies.
Resident Evil.
Okay, yeah.
Resident Evil.
I still have yet to watch that one. But what got me into I was always like, okay, this is just repetitive. It's just killing zombies. They coming la, like, you know. But I don't know what happened. I fractured my ankle, and I don't know about y'all over it. I mean, I know about y'all because Netflix is much different in Canada than it is in the United States. We have less options. It's very repetitive. Nothing's updated for like 3 to 4 months.
Years.
Sometimes years. It's the same stuff, and they got these Netflix shows that are not that interesting. The horror movies are not that interesting. And I watched every Netflix episode. I watched all the documentaries on there, and I was just like, let me switch over to Walking Dead. Let me see what's up with this show. And I swear to you, like, as soon as I had a fractured ankle at the time, so I couldn't get out of bed. So I was just like basically on the TV, and I couldn't watch anything. I didn't have the Android box at the time, so Netflix was what was holding me down. And when I turned on The Walking Dead, I was hooked immediately. Because the storyline was just dope, and the characters were.
It was even pretty graphic for
regular
TV.
Regular TV.
Like,
yeah, no, it was.
Exactly, exactly. We mentioned things like Night of the Living Dead and the old zombie movies that we watched, and then to see the graphic zombie stuff, like these half people still alive, like
what's that other movie with Woody Allen? Was it Woody Allen?
the comedy one.
Yeah.
And they like double tap. You
Yeah,
gotta double tap.
exactly.
I love that.
Like
You
those
make
ones, like
sure he's
it made
dead.
it made zombies look corny.
Exactly.
It was weird.
That
Night
was-
of the
but that
Night of the
was-
Living Dead was hot. Like it was hype.
Yeah, the
I
one
could watch that.
with Woody was a comedy to me.
Yeah.
It was a zombie comedy.
And that's why I
there's,
felt like a lot of them were.
Shaun of the Dead.
That's exactly
the
what it is,
English
yeah.
one. The English one. That's pretty funny too.
They were just all like really corny to me. That's why I didn't really like zombies. And then everybody's like, oh, The Walking Dead. And I thought it was gonna be like, it wasn't like those series like The Wire where I was like, okay, The Wire I'm
Yeah.
interested in. It was like Orange is the New Black. I'm not dissing Orange is the New Black, but it was just not
Orange
something
is
that I
New
wanted to
Black
watch.
is ill.
I never watched it, so I mean, I have watched it, but I didn't really watch it.
Yeah, you gotta probably get.
Yeah, like I'm not
you gotta
really.
get into it. Like have nothing else going on in your life.
Exactly. I
Like
and that's
like a
that's the thing.
broken
I'm not
ankle.
dissing anybody. Exactly. That's what happened. That's how I got into it. But I mean, I never, I'm not into sitcoms or with series, TV series and like
Yeah.
that. The reason I'm not into it is because I mean, if you're always on the go or whatever,
Exactly.
like unless you binge watch or something like that, like
And
you can't keep up to date. And thank God for the Android box. Thank God for
Yeah.
Netflix and stuff like that.
Even, Bell Canada.
Yeah,
Right?
like, 'cause-
record live TV and that type of stuff.
because if you missed the show back in the day,
That's it.
that's it.
And then you can't even watch the next
Yeah.
episode because you don't know what happened.
Exactly.
You gotta wait till the season
And
start over again.
there were no marathons back then.
Exactly.
It was just
So-
like you're done, and then
and
you're
that's
done.
what I'm saying. That's how the marathon got me.
Yeah.
That's how I was like, okay, maybe I can watch this
Yeah.
because it's a marathon for 3-4 days.
That's right.
So
That's right.
yeah, it was easier to get into Walking Dead with the way TV is being run today.
definitely. And like I mean, I don't know who's up to date with The Walking Dead, but as you know, okay, this episode's airing after, so the season premiere, mid-season premiere, whatever the cost is, and it was shocking. And I mean, I've been following it ever since, and I'm religious to it, like right now. So that's the only show I really watch at the moment.
I ain't got time like that. I watch 1-2 shows and I got life. To
Exactly,
live,
that's it. And no disrespect to anybody that really sits down there and really into episodes and stuff like that. I mean, I just can't get into it like that. Like I love horror movies. That's about it. I'll put it on in the background while I'm doing something, but I can't just sit there and just wait for it. And then on top of that, if I really get into the show, the anticipation waited for the next show to happen. I don't want to put myself through that type of stress. I can't do it. I get too excited. But with The Walking Dead, I mean, what's your thoughts about that season?
Well, there's The Walking Dead, then they have The Talking Dead. So when this episode ended, the last thing that we get in this episode is Rick underneath a tree, and he's holding his side or something. I don't know, maybe he was shot. I don't know what led to him being under that tree. They haven't revealed that to us yet. So I was thinking that they would have talked about it in the Talking Dead. It was never mentioned. The whole Talking Dead was this saying goodbye to Carl thing, talking to Carl about how it was on the last day, shooting these scenes, all of that type of stuff, like saying goodbye to Carl, basically, like how they do to the other cast members that have died. So to me, and then if you watch the episode was a lot of like dreaming, like
It was like a vision of what was to be.
Yeah, like
after this whole.
So
episode.
it was like Carl's hope for the future, like everybody getting along. Now, knowing the things that these producers be up to, and seeing that they played that even this episode under this dream thing, and then at the end with Rick being underneath the tree, looking like he's dazed. For me, I was like, whoa, was all this just a dream that Rick had? Like that's the part I was saying. How come nobody ain't asked this question?
Yeah, because I kind of feel like that was the case, because even when he was locked up by those garbage people. I don't know what you call them. Like he was just in a daze and dreaming. Yeah, he was
trash can people.
Yeah, so he was in a daze and he was
Garbage
like always dreaming since that period. Like he was locked up and stuff.
Exactly.
So I don't even know if these events are things that they're trying to envision happening or what the case may be.
Did they even happen? Did this even happen to Carl?
That's true.
Because that's where I'm like, I don't believe Carl's dead.
Well, I mean, it's totally against what the comic book
Exactly.
So
For those who follow the comic, again, that's a whole, bringing together these two worlds. So I don't follow the comic. I'm just introduced to this through TV.
Well, I kind of almost just did a briefing of the comic and the storyline, and that's only because, I wanted to get an idea of the show and whatnot. But I mean, I guess the directors and the producers of the show have to kind of go against the comic, and so that it's not expected what's to happen. Like, for example, Glenn dying and all these type of things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand what they're trying to do, and also on top of that, like, this is I guess one of the years where their ratings have dropped dramatically. So I mean, people are kind of falling off of it now. Like, the talk is not so much The Walking Dead anymore. It's a shame because it is a really good show, and I mean, people say it's repetitive, but there's a lot of real life lessons that if you really look into the depth of the show, they're really telling you a lot.
There's survival tactics that you're learning, like,
but not even just survival. There's certain things.
Oh yeah,
that
it's a whole lot of stuff. We've had the racism part, like from the beginning when they had to lock Thing's brother to cuff him to the roof, things like that. But it's been evolving. It's the show touches on things. When I say the survival part is one thing that I never thought of, like in a zombie apocalypse, end of the world apocalypse, they were a part where there was one episode where they're like going from house to house trying to find food and water, and a place where they look for water, I was like, holy shit, like, there's clean water right there. They lift the top of the toilet tank. The top of the toilet tank is clean water all the time. I was like, oh, that's a smart I mean? So what do you think though, like what like my concept of what I
can see that happening.
I
didn't think that Carl was gonna go. It was very sad to see him go. Like, I'm not really a fan of that character, to be honest. But I didn't want to see him leave the show.
Like,
you know what I mean? I don't want to see him leave the show, especially when I
liked him better when as little Carl. Like killing his mom, Carl.
Like,
I like that Carl.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
I like that Carl. That Carl he's a bit childish, but he was coming up in a zombie world.
I know there has to be good and bad, and I know that they have to sort of, like, he's looking for a better world and he's trying to help people, and because he felt, and he even admitted it in this episode where he felt guilty for shooting that boy who put down the gun. So I mean, maybe that was his way of saying, this is why I changed and this is why I'm doing the things I've done, because there was something that dramatic that happened in my life that I had to do good going forward, right? So I mean, I understand it. Carl wasn't my favorite. I just didn't think he was gonna go. When I had to sit those few months out after thinking what had happened to him because he was getting sick, obviously I knew he got bit. But my thought is it wasn't a zombie that bit him, that maybe it was something like a human that had fall. Like, I don't know why I thought that, but like, I just didn't expect him to go. Now we see Rick outside. We see what's her name again? Michonne. We see her outside, and he shoots himself in private, right? And now it's questioning, did he really shoot himself?
Well, they were burying him too, right?
That's true, but we didn't see a body go down.
No,
did you see a body go down?
No, I didn't see it. First, there was. That's what I'm saying.
They were digging the hole.
It was so much dreaming.
Yeah,
like, but that's what
even
I'm saying.
The thing,
because at one point they were showing,
at the end,
and
big she's there, and then she's saying good morning, and Negan turns around.
It's Negan in the garden.
So like, there's a lot of things that
it was so dreamy. Like, in a part, there's part where Michonne and Rick is shoveling dirt into the grave, like they're closing the grave, and then later on they show us them digging the grave. But exactly like you said, we've never seen a body go into the grave.
Never seen a body go
And
in.
like what I say, like at the end, Rick is underneath this tree bleeding. Like, you've been shot, you're hallucinated, stuff like that.
This is true.
So maybe all of this was Rick hallucinating.
Well, yeah, and I mean, I still going back to when he was locked in the garbage tin or wherever with the garbage people. I'm still going back when he was hallucinating in there.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
He was in solitude. It was I don't know. It's really tricky. I don't know where the show's gonna go from here.
Like exactly. You gotta show me some non-dream episode and Carl is dead, then I'll buy it. You know. But right now, I'm waiting for the we fooled you.
So what do you think about, like, I mean, we've seen a lot of action from Morgan in this show, and we know, and I mean, if we heard the rumors that Morgan's gonna be on the Fear of the Walking Dead, and that's I don't know if you heard the same rumors. Well,
Michonne just did Black Panther and she never left the show.
Well, a movie's different than an actual...
No, but look at what's the other girl? Sandra, what's her name?
Oh, you're talking about the one who was pregnant with Glenn?
No, the one who went to and played the role in Star Trek. The one that they had to kill. She came out the cut. Sasha.
Yeah.
Sasha. When
they
killed Sasha because she was gonna go film Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? So how Michonne get time off to go film Black Panther?
Well, I didn't actually see the movie yet. Is she? She's a major role in
the whole movie. She's in the whole movie. She's a major role. She's like side by side with the Panther.
I think what happened was, like, because she was out for a little bit. She didn't have to film a lot of episodes because after she fell off that building, she was out for a little bit, and they had her at the hilltop. So I think that she had the time to actually to film that movie, right? And so, I mean, it's a little different with a sitcom because you have to actually be active and present in there, especially when both of them are going on at the same time. It's confusing. So, I mean, I just hoping. I like this Morgan. I like this killer because that's who he is.
Yeah, I like. Yeah,
and I mean, like, don't tell him what to do. Yeah. Let him do it. He knows what he's doing, and like he said, he can't die.
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna need. We the ones who live. Like,
exactly.
Like
he can't die. And him teamed up with Carol. Oh. Now you guys are people like that. They can take out Negan by themselves.
The two of them. That's the two of them. The two of them took out the whole of what's his name? The one that they killed. The little boy had to kill him.
Yeah, I forgot that dude's name. Bro.
Yeah, but his whole team. Yeah, they took out his whole team
because they're very strategic. They know what they're doing.
Those two is militant.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that Morgan, like, they're trying to tell him to calm down, and when people are trying to tell Carol to calm down, she took off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Now you're trying to tell Morgan to calm down. Don't bring him back to this good little I don't want to kill nobody thing.
No.
You all at war. You need to go and finish the job. Like, you know what I'm just trying to say? I mean, like,
taking prisoners.
That's the dumbest move that they did.
Come on, yo, taking prisoners. Those would have been 38 more bodies, yo. Like,
so I mean, okay, like now. To go further, like, what do you think we're gonna expect on the next? Like, what is your prediction for the next episode? I mean, obviously, okay, let's not talk about the next episode because I don't even think this is gonna air. This is gonna air before
the next episode, but like moving forward in the show, like it doesn't really necessarily the next episode. But like I said, first I need confirmation that Carl is dead.
Yeah, I agree.
And then. It's like, well, it's all out war now. Well, it already is all out war, but like Rick and them, what's left? Well,
I mean, okay,
they have the hilltop.
So now, like, I know that they were pleading the Muslim guy. He was pleading honor to Carl.
Yeah.
And then
so he's joining arms
Rick
now.
was saying that he's gonna make it happen. So now, are we gonna see a soft side to Rick? Do you think that he's going to extend a truce with Negan?
Rick's make it happen. Rick is stone cold, man. Rick is stone cold. He says make it happen. He's going forward with the plan.
I have a love-hate for Rick. I mean, when Rick came out and he was soft, I appreciate his partner in the beginning episodes, the first season. What was his name again? I appreciate it. I just
his name right
now. and then people are like, oh, don't worry, like, because I was behind. I was 4 seasons behind, and people were like, Rick is gonna step up his game.
Yeah.
Then he turned into this cold-hearted, gun-toting, like, and I like that. Right. Then he went back soft again.
Yeah.
Then he going back hard. I think that like losing your son, especially in Rick's case, he's soft.
Yeah, but he has Judith. He has to go twice as hard.
He has to go Judith, but
no, because
but I'm saying
he lost his son to the reality.
But now Carl has said to him, like, bringing the Muslim guy there because Rick was totally against it, and then ended up him being a doctor. Don't give up on people. So and Rick gave his word to his son that I'm gonna make sure that.
Well, I don't think, like, this is what I'm saying. Rick has honor, but he's still stone cold. Like when Daryl wanted to blow the door open to let the zombies into the sanctuary, Rick was like, no, because there's workers in there who have their families and stuff. They're caught in this the same way. But how did he learn that, though? How did he learn what?
That there were families in there that...
Well, because they're spy. The other guy who was giving them all the information to take down
but
all
not only that,
spots.
When he ran into the other guy that he had from the
oh yeah, exactly.
So that's how he learned.
And there was a baby. Well, that solidified to him that, yeah, this is true. There are some people who aren't really a part of this savior stuff. They're just caught in it as workers for them. Same way, but I don't understand. I don't know what the level of being a worker in the sanctuary compared to being a worker at the hilltop is. You know, I assume the workers in the sanctuary are eating better than the workers on the hilltop, because they come and take all their food and stuff and bring it back to the sanctuary. So, but the thing is, Rick never wanted to just kill all the people in there. He just wanted to fight the soldiers. So when it comes to fighting the soldiers, Rick is all gung-ho. When it comes to, Carl is just trying to teach him, like, don't give up on people. And I don't think Rick has given up on people.
I guess we'll see. I guess we're gonna see what happens. I mean, that's like something that we'll have to look forward to, and we're definitely gonna touch base more on The Walking Dead. So I mean, I called this
new season. You know, that was just episode 1. So
yeah, exactly.
We'll be running it.
We'll hear about it a lot on this Shoe Views.
Okay. Shoe Views.
is never straight and simple. Many times impediments precede us on our journey, but no matter how complicated it gets, when it comes to giving courtesy to what matters most, we make it quick and simple. And what matters the most to us is you. Sometimes you need a little money to entice hindrances. So take it up like that.
Time to deal with this. Ready now.
Then after,
I'm wanting a haircut.
brand new haircut on the market. All you want is Mohawk and stylish.
Nah, it's all going. It's all going. He's like the old school, like how I brought it down before. You know, like. It's gone. It's all gone. Everything. Sorry.
Oh,
I haven't had that braided. I haven't braided it like since the last time you seen me. Since like England. Mess up, huh? I know. It grew out and then I had that. Yeah.
but the hair stretch. It's not gonna be as smooth for the first, but
It's gonna look.
it's got dry.
Yeah, man.
Ooh.
How many years been cutting my hair now?
Oh man.
Years. Years.
Jane and Finch, eh?
Jane and Finch.
Yeah.
Long time. Look at it. Long time.
Pop goes the weasel. Whoopee. I love cutting. It's like I never worked a day in my life. It's like a joy. Well, in the meantime, between time, cutting hair is like life. It takes a long time to build and just cut it off in 1 second.
Exactly.
Do you take this man for your lawful husband?
Yes, I do.
And do you take this lady for your lawful wife? Yes, I do. I'm getting married the morning. Ding dong, you hear the church bell ring. She asked me, hello baby, and I'm gonna hide it. So take me to the church on time. But you be man, say if you think I'm sexy, your little girl reach out and touch me. If you really need me, your little girl reach out. I do.
Too much informer and too much open worker. Violence them man from the corner. They don't want to see a youth man they can't dollar. Who no want lift you down and walk the poor. Yeah, me can't stay ya. Me can't be run from ya. Too much hypocrite they from the corner. Can't stay ya. We have to run from ya. Too much hypocrite they from the corner. Watch it, hypocrite they from the corner. That's what they preach. This bag of telephone talk I'm dying to reach. Face to face we must meet, man. It was on the beach.
You sound so sweet on the line. You make my day every time. You sound so sweet on the line. You make my day every time.
You see, I hear it. Done with the phone talking, as a matter of fact, me I come over there. No. Woman, me a dream about you all the time. You know, say that you ever eat up and I mind. Woman, you a dream about me all the time. That's why you keep on calling on the telephone like you just dip on the mind, dip on the mind, dip on me mind. As me talk to the girl up on the telephone line, when me hang up the phone, me keep riding her mind. As me talk to the girl up on the telephone line, when me hang up, me just ride her mind.
When you call, I feel so good. Wish you were living in the neighborhood, so you can find that rush on over. Pick up where we left the phone in the cover.
If she is like she just see me all the time. If she is like she hear me all the time. She send me safer than we gone this wine. And don't tell her when we start calling. on me tip on me back on the mind. If me talk to me girl up on the telephone line, talking about love, you know me see no time. If me talk to the girl up on the telephone line, talking to her, she don't miss me no time.
If anyone else could see me, they would never understand. I'm just living up my fantasy.
Well, no one to see your hand in the air. You never get that slam yet, be a night care. And then you never know the year, you're me there. You never get that slam, be a must there. Fresh and them, you're me there. And the latest aware. Them can't steer your career. You never want to compare, but you know by your wear. You know she's man like Trump here. You don't get no care, Islam. No come from no man. Tell them no one night stand. Tell a girl move along, who got where she come from. And tell them you're never man. When you say your hand in the air, you never get a slam, get me a night care. And then you never know the year, you're me there.
Oh, na, na,
Check it out. Die, die, die. Well, no one to see your hand in the air. You never get that slam yet, be a night care. And then you never know the year, you're me there. You never get that slam, be a bus there. First of them, you're me there. And then the latest you wear. Them can't steer your career. You never want to compare. Oh, you know by your wear. Oh, you know by your wear. You're not just man like Trump here. You don't get no key, Islam. No confirm, no man. Tell them you know one night stand. So tell a girl move along, go back where she come from. Tell them say you're never man. Tell them say you're one in the air. You never get a slam, get me a night care. And then you never hear, you're me there.
Yo,
Never get a
that was
slam,
good,
be a
man.
bus there.
See, man.
Say you're one in the air. You never get a slam, get me a night care. And then you never hear, you're me there. You never get a slam, be a bus there. Look at them run, no breathe, no pity on that teeth.
Still one of the hardest rhythms go, bro. Still one of the hardest rhythms go. Still one of the hardest rhythms. Oh, yeah, ever.
You get your new home, brand new say they love home. All them a get a fierce tone. So tell a girl move up, hold in a little cup. Tell them you never get so sour. Let me say you want it on the air. You never get a slam, get me a night care. And then you never know the year, you're me there. You never get a slam, be a bus there. Let me say you want it on the air.
Drop it back in, drop it back in, drop it back in, drop it back in. Girl, I come down in her tights and stocking. Watch her while heels like whopping. And the dress code of a shocking. Serious thing, drop it back in. Girl, I come down in her tights and stocking. Watch her while heels like whopping. And the dress code of a shocking. Bum running, put it on the ear from you can't block traffic. Any woman up there will know that I got it. The one that will take it, I feel so sick, see me that you
Hey, you girl in the tight up skirt. You make me itch when you blood your skirt. Hey, you girl in the
It's getting crazy. It's getting. Bugle out of it. When I'm crazy, cocky, make me crazy, lazy, send me crazy. Position I run, she send me crazy, me no lazy. Crazy, girl, show me crazy, love me, don't amaze me. Got that crazy time, they do some crazy things, they drive me crazy. Crazy fuck, ask me why we write that tune, that crazy. Got that crazy thing, that one, I know the world is getting crazy. Crazy, tell that crazy, that she got what I be crazy. Don't that crazy, probably I go make she crazy, get me home. When I go vote, you want them all the crazy. Got the demon way you vote for them, say one and try the crazy. You know play, how they drive the economy crazy, make the farmer them keep up and all the home them getting crazy. Draw me out, fire crazy, shot and make it crazy. Me know I'm crazy, shot and don't for them like crazy, my crazy. No, them no bad man, them a fool, them a baby man for it. People the jungle watching them a crazy, crazy yo. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's getting almost upset to say you can't stop me like today. I've been working to get my baby, my baby. Almost upset to say you can't stop me like today. I've been working to get my baby, my baby. Elementary public and me, love them so far. So we are afraid about them that we are so far. They say I want the good and people have to suffer. The rich is getting richer while the people have to suffer. Everybody a religion, go up, we have to suffer. Say no sister, you have to suffer. Can't stop the sufferer, I'm working the sufferer. The system is not to the people that suffer. When the politician and the party now the sufferer. Striking sufferer, surviving sufferer. It's not the good of some ambition sufferer. Some more we tell them up in the go for the sufferer. Almost sorry and sad to say you guys not here not today. I've been working to get my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. Almost sorry and sad to say you guys not here not today. I've been working to get my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. All that a sufferer, no matter sufferer, one matter sufferer, some by hand sufferer, people now a sufferer, the night a sufferer. It's a nothing get away, you're sorry a sufferer. So sorry and sad to say you can't stop me like today. I've been working to make a space, my baby, my baby, my baby. Elementary public and me, love them so far. So we are afraid about them that we are so far. They say my money good and people have to suffer. The rich is getting richer while the people have to suffer. Everybody a religion, go up, we have to suffer. Say no sister, you have to suffer. Can't stop the sufferer, I'm working sufferer. The system is not to the people that suffer. When the politician and the party now the sufferer. Striking sufferer, surviving sufferer. It's not the good of some ambition sufferer. Some more we tell them up in the go for the sufferer. Almost sorry and sad to say you guys not here not today. I've been working to get my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. Almost sorry and sad to say you guys not here not today. I've been working to get my baby, my baby, my baby, my baby. All that a sufferer, no matter sufferer, one matter sufferer, some by hand sufferer, people now sufferer. for my cause. We no fear them even. I will fight for my cause. Pass the pickaxe, make we pick them. Now compromise on my journey. We are praise His majesty. He has showed us His mercies. Why them a war, them a shoot, them a cuss. Head a bust, blood a rush, them a fuss. Some a hustle, them a shuffle, some a thief. Them see you take a stand, so a bad mind and grief. No matter try this, you are and not the least. As the youth them serious, so them palm off the grease. Me burn out the dark, me not deal with no beast. I hear not the lion where you got from this. I will fight for my cause. We no fear them heathen. I will fight for my cause. Pass the pickaxe, make we pick them. Now compromise on this journey. We are praise His majesty. He has showed us His mercies. Why it will rough, it will tough in the Gideon. But we not go see them, make them kill me like a scallion. Flames and fire where we get down the evil one. Never run down vanity, can't praise Satan. Now what's my face ready for the revolution? Righteousness we take out confusion. Them are all more like this.
Again, I try to show you that love but you say alright too many times. And even though I try my best to show you that I care for you, you still deny to give it a try. Now how did I end up being on my own? The many roads that I've tried, I still wanted more. But if you know that I love you, girl, I can't believe I did you wrong.
Macaroni,